This digital story has been created with James Kennedy, who is a 2009 inductee of the Queensland Business Leaders Hall of Fame.
Well, I was at Nudgee College, Border. Father was a school teacher. He was transferred all over the state. We went from Collinsville, which is a coal mining town where I was born, to Bowen, to Queens Beach. Then we went to the Atherton Overland. Then we went to Innisfail, Cowley outside Innisfail. Then we went to Texas and I went to Nudgee. When I left Nudgee and started to study accounting, I got called up for the Army and I refused to go into the Army. So I got into the Air Force. It was the best 6 months of my life. It was a great time. But when I got out of the Air Force, I came to live in Brisbane, board in Brisbane, kept studying and worked in my uncle's practice. And I studied accounting and I got through pretty quickly. Then I decided, since I was a qualified accountant, I'd done well, I wanted to be paid a certain amount of money. It was important to me because my parents were fairly poor and I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to be in the same boat as them, but I didn't want to make fortunes, I just wanted to make enough to be comfortable. I left my uncle's firm and I went to work for another firm. And then I told him I wanted more and he said he couldn't afford it, so I left there. So I bought myself a hat, I went and sat in the park and got the local paper and ended up getting a job at a little radioelectrical store at East Brisbane. And following that, the owner of it decided to go for a 6 months holiday and made me manager and left me in charge. And my wife was then my secretary. And it was 1958 that we got married. And I hit the boom, of course, of television, washing machines, vacuum cleaners, refrigerators, and I ended up with 16 stores and a very large retail business. I used to buy and sell with Gerry Harvey. We were pretty big, we'd buy in bulk, trailer loads. And eventually, after years, I sold out to GWA, where I'm deputy chairman still today. It's difficult for me to answer questions when people say, what do you do? There are several areas of my life that run parallel to one another. I've had, naturally, a family life, wife, 5 kids. Now I've got 13 grandkids. Additionally, I've been on many boards, many large company boards, interstate. In fact, I've probably been on more boards than most, and I've probably resigned off more boards than most. I've had a lot to do with commissions and committees of inquiry. I think I've done about 8 or 9 for both state, federal governments, councils. And then in addition to that, I've had my own private affairs and companies that I've run in a range of things, from resorts to retail to studs to farming to cattle to small airlines to you name it. I've been there.